Hello girls, today we are going to start with the chapter number 3, square and square roots. Already you have learned square of numbers from 1 to 30. Now we are going to study properties of square of numbers, perfect square and methods to find square root of a number. First of all, let us come to the term perfect square. What is a perfect square? Square of 1 is 1. Square of 2 is 4. Square of 3 is 9. Square of 4 is 16. All these number 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, all these numbers which are square of some number is called a perfect square. Like if I say you 4 is a perfect square because 4 is a square of 2. Is 5 a perfect square? No, because 5 किसी का square नहीं होता, so it is not a perfect square. If I say 36, it is a perfect square. 6 6 is 36. Now if I am talking about 40, is 40 a perfect square? No, 40 किसी का square नहीं होता, so it is not a perfect square. Now coming to, this was the term perfect square. Now coming to properties of square of a number. Square numbers की properties. We are going to study few properties which are important and will be used in the questions. The very first property is a number having 2, 3, 7 or 8 at its unit place can never be a perfect square. What does that mean? If I see the square of the number 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, if I see all the numbers, none of the number ends with 2, 3, 7 or 8. Unit place means it should not, unit place means the ending number. Okay, so whenever I am seeing the square of number, any square you see, any perfect square, it will never have 2, 3, 7 and 8 as its unit place. Unit place way, that means any square of a number can never end with 2, 3, 7 or 8. This is your property number 1. Property number 2 is the number of zeros at the end of a perfect square is always even. What does that mean? Look over here. If I am saying you, I have taken this number. How many zeros are there? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Total 4 zeros are there. If number of zeros are even, then this can be a perfect square. Okay? This can be a perfect square. But if I am writing it like this, 4000. How many number of zeros are there? 3. It is odd. So it can never be a perfect square. It can never be a perfect square. Okay. So number of zeros has to be even. Then we can say it can be. तब भी हम sure नहीं होते, it can be a perfect square. But if number of zeros are odd, it can never be a perfect square. Okay, this is surety. If it is odd, this number can never be a perfect square. Next property which is important is, for every natural number n plus 1 whole square minus n square is equal to n plus 1 plus n. What does that mean? N plus 1 whole square minus n square is equal to n plus 1 plus n. This is the property, you have to remember this. What does this mean? If I am asking you this, 9 square minus 8 square, n plus 1 means यहाँ पे जो number होगा वो इस number से 1 ज़्यादा होगा. This can be written as 8 plus 1 का square. 9 is written as 8 plus 1 minus 8 square. So what will be the answer? There are two ways. Either you have to solve the square and then subtract it. You have to find the square and subtract it. Or we can use this property. How? This is n plus 1. 8 plus 1 plus n की प्लेस पर क्या है 8. So this will be 9 plus 8. Answer will be 17. When you are going to solve this, answer will come 17. This is by using the property. This will become more clear when we'll do the questions. The next thing that is very important is Pythagorean triplet. What is a Pythagorean triplet? See, there is a triplet M, N, P. These three can be any numbers. They are called Pythagorean triplet if M square, look over here, M and P of three natural numbers is called a Pythagorean triplet. It is a Pythagorean triplet if M square plus N square is equal to P square. M square, N square, M square plus N square is equal to P square. Let us take an example. 3, 4 and 5. This will be M, N, P. M square will be 3 square, that is 9. N square is 4 square, that is 16. P square is 5 square, that is 25. Now if I see M square plus N square, that is 9 plus 16 will give me 25, which is P square. So M square plus N square is equal to P square. This is a Pythagorean triplet. Okay, this is the definition of the Pythagorean triplet. A triplet M and P of three natural number M and P is called Pythagorean triplet if M square plus N square is equal to P square. Okay, now on basis of this there is one property. For every natural number m greater than 1, 2m, m square minus 1, m square plus 1 is a Pythagorean triplet. What are they saying? Also, if something is written like this, 2m, m square minus 1, m square plus 1, this is also a Pythagorean triplet. Like I am saying, let m is equal to 2. Okay. At the place of m, I am going to put 2. This will be 2 to the 4. This will be 2 square minus 1, 2 square plus 1. 4. 4 minus 1, 4 plus 1. So 4, 3, 5. These are the Pythagorean triplet. Okay. This also forms a Pythagorean triplet. All these properties will become more clear when we are going to start the questions. Okay. Let us come to the exercise after this. Based on these properties, question number 5th. Question 1, 2 and 3 I'll tell you. That is based on prime factorization. First let us do the question based on the property. Just by looking at the following numbers, give reason why they are not a perfect square. You don't have to solve it. You don't have to do anything. Just by looking at them you have to tell why they are not a perfect square. If I'm talking about first number 2, 3, 6, 7, what is at the unit place? 7. And we know that the number ending with 2, 3, 8, 2, 3, 8 and 7 are not a perfect square. So that means this number is ending with 7. So this is not a perfect square. So what will be the reason? Question number 5th. First part, how you are going to write this? 2, 3, 6, 7 is not a perfect square because it has 7 at its unit place. Okay, so this is not a perfect square. Coming to second part, 5, 7, 0, 0. How many zeros are there? 3. And we know that any number ending with zeros, odd number of zeros is not a perfect square. So you are going to write for the second part, 5, 7, 0, 0 is not a perfect square because number of zeros at the end are odd. Because number of zeros are odd, so it is not a perfect square. Like this, you can do all the parts. This is ending with 3, so it will not be a perfect square. Ending with 8, ending with 2. So all of them are not a perfect square. Okay. Question number 6. These two parts you can do in the FAIR notebook. Question number 5, first and second part. Coming to question number 6 now. What will be the unit digit of the square of following number? See, the number is, first part is 539. You have to tell, if I do the square of this number, what will come at unit place? We have to tell what is at unit place. So for that, what are we going to do? We are not going to find the square of whole number and then check what will come at the unit place. They are asking, when you do the square of this number, what will come at the unit place? मतलब last digit क्या होगी square की, जो square आएगा इसका. We just have to tell the last digit, unit place 1. What are we going to do? For 539, I'll pick the last number, that is 9. What is the square of 9? 81. 81 के लास्ट में क्या आ रहा है? 1. So 539 के square में भी unit place, इसके स्क्वायर में unit place will be 1. Let us do other part. It will become more clear. 8593. We have to find the unit place of the square of the number. So what is the last number here? 3. We'll do the square of 3. That will be 9. So 8593 के स्क्वायर में यूनिट प्लेस विल बी 9. Alright, let us do one more part. 7th part I am doing. 7358. What is the last number? 8. 8 square is 64. 64 का last number 4. So 7358 square unit place is 4. This is how we find the unit digit of square of a number without actually finding the square. Okay, because if you are going to find the square of this number 7358 ka square, that will become calculation will become very tough. So we can simply find it by this way. Coming to question number 7. Question number 7 is, fill in the blanks. Use a property of square of numbers. Using the property, I have to fill in the blank. 19 square minus 18 square. Now using the property, I have to solve it. I have to find the answer. If I see 19, it can be written as 18 plus 1 square. Right? If you look at this, we can use this property. N plus 1 whole square minus n square is equal to n plus 1 plus n. You have to mention this property also. So this will be at the place of n, it is 18, right? So we can write it 18 n plus 1, 18 plus 1 plus n means plus 18. This will be 19 plus 18, that is 37. Okay, like this you can do 30 square minus 29 square. 30 can be written as 29 plus 1. 87 square minus 86 square. 87 can be written as 86 plus 1. Okay, so you are going to do first part in your notebook. Don't forget to mention the property. You have to mention the property you are using. Now coming to question number 9. Question number 9 is, which of the following triplets are Pythagorean? We have to tell which of the following triplet will be a Pythagorean triplet. Okay, we'll use this property over here. 2m, m square minus 1, m square plus 1. Now understand it how we are going to do. The first one will take equal to 2m. I'm going to write it. 2m is equal to 10. So m is equal to 5. We get m is equal to 5. Now we are going to find the second thing, that is m square minus 1. What will be m square minus 1? 5 square minus 1, 25 minus 1, that is 24. Okay, if I have taken this as 2m, my second m square minus 1 is coming 24. It is coming equal to second number. Now next one I have to find m square plus 1. 5 square. M square plus 1 is 5 square plus 1, that is 25 plus 1 is 26. We have calculated this. देखो हमने क्या किया, सबसे पहले फर्स्ट वन को 2m के इक्वल लिया, m आ गया 5. यहाँ से I have calculated m square minus 1, m square plus 1. My this is coming 2m की जगह 10 आ गया, m square minus 1 की जगह 24, m square plus 1 की प्लेस पर 26. If these both are coming equal, then yes, this is a Pythagorean triplet. If they are not coming equal, then it won't be a Pythagorean triplet. Okay? What have we done? Taken first number as 2m is equal to 10, calculated m is equal to 5. Then calculated m square minus 1, m square plus 1. Written them in this form. If both of them are coming exactly equal, then it is a Pythagorean triplet. If not, then they are not a Pythagorean triplet. Let us try one more part, fourth part. What we are going to use? 2m, m square minus 1, m square plus 1. Now 2m will take equal to 22. So m is equal to 11. We'll find m square minus 1, that is 11 square minus 1. 11 square is 1 to 1, minus 1 is equal to 120. See, in these questions, if you have learned the square, it will become very easy for you to do. Otherwise, you have to calculate this first. If you know the square of 11, you can directly write it. M square plus 1 is 11 square plus 1. 1 to 1 plus 1, that is 122. We will write it in the triplet form. Both are coming equal. So yes, it is a Pythagorean triplet. Okay, this is how we find the Pythagorean triplet. In question number 9, you have to do first and fourth part in your fair notebook.